I'm traumatized.
Batteries can be the most dangerous PV system component if improperly handled, installed, or maintained, regardless of their chemistry.
We will introduce the basic personal protection equipment and tools commonly utilized when working with batteries today.
Some signs of battery failure include bulging, smoking, fire, crackling noises, or leaking fluid.
Note that flooded lead acid batteries do produce a bubbling sound when charging. This is different than a crackling that could indicate thermal runaway.
It's very common to check the voltage of your battery with a multimeter, and here we have the negative on the common and the positive on the voltage input, and we have it set to DC volts. So Vanessa will check the voltage of the battery and make sure you have good contact. Yeah, there it is. 12.2 volts. Once you had good contact, there it was. But if you, release, now if you accidentally have this positive lead in the amp measurement hole, even if you have it set to voltage, now trying to check the voltage gives no reading, and sometimes you get a little spark if you're making good contact, and the leads become hot. Yeah, so that's mysterious. You shouldn't have sparks when you're checking the voltage. You're introducing a direct short to the battery, and so never check the amps of your battery. Always verify that you are in the proper connections on your multimeter. And some signs are you get no reading on voltage, you smell something, you get sparks, and these are hot from the direct short.
Never use uninsulated tools. You run the risk of shorting the battery.
What's happening? Why is nothing happening?
It's welding.
It's a fake battery.
Wow.
Psych.
Instead, use insulated tools to prevent a short circuit.
Okay, if you do directly short circuit a battery, the electrons move quickly through the shorted conductor, and if it's a tool, it will weld to the battery and become dangerous. This small wire is not doing anything too dangerous, unfortunately.
Oh!
Ooh, there.
Oh!
Batteries can be very heavy. Use proper, safe lifting techniques and have a friend to help you. It's good to build a proper battery enclosure to house the batteries. It's a good way to contain any built-up hydrogen gas and provide ventilation for the gas outside. Incoming air comes in through these soffit vents, and we always put in a latch to prevent unauthorized access. And in the inside of the battery enclosure, we provide a schematic, a safety sheet, and a battery maintenance log. And the bottom of the enclosure is completely sealed up with Flex Seal to contain any potential acid spills.
Before working on batteries, make sure to remove all jewelry.
To prevent accidental short circuits. Because I'm short.
Before we get into PPE, we will note that you must have an eye wash station accessible within 10 seconds of your battery bank.
Ah!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Depress the lever. Flush for a long time.
Wearing protective clothing and eye protection will prevent any spilled or splashed electrolyte from causing harm. It is better to have a hole in your clothes than acid on your bare skin.
To keep all sources of flames and sparks, including smoking, away from the batteries to prevent ignition of the hydrogen gas produced during recharge.
It's important to have baking soda readily available in case there is an acid spill and you can neutralize it. And if there's a serious battery spill, it's also recommended to have an acid spill kit available, which will help you neutralize the acid and clean up and properly dispose of the materials. Thoroughly wash hands immediately after handling batteries to remove residues of lead and acid. Change clothing after working with batteries, as lead dust can be brought into a living area and is particularly hazardous to young children, pregnant women, and mothers who are breastfeeding. Acid can also be transmitted in this manner, potentially causing damage to clothes and other surfaces. Any closing words?
Be safe out there with those batteries.